All right, top 10 Six Flags parks. Number 10.
All right, top 10.
Six Flags Astroworld. Number 9, Six Flags New Orleans.
Number 8, Six Flags Elitch Gardens.
Number 7,
Six Flags Belgium. That's interesting. Foreign one on that one.
Number 6,
Six Flags Ohio.
Number 5, Busch Gardens Houston.
Number 4, Six Flags
Kentucky Kingdom.
Number 3,
Six Flags
America. Number... Oh, no, that exists. Oh, I keep forgetting.
Number 2.
Warner Brothers Movie World.
And the number 1 Six Flags park is...
Of course, Six Flags Worlds of Adventure.
Oh,
that place was
there you go.
huge.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you. Or way to go. Not thank me. Thank Worlds of Adventure. Thank Six Flags. Thank Mr. Six. The Six Sticks. All right, folks. It's been a great one. Thanks for writing. Good night. Big E coasters?
The big E-coasters. All right. E-coasters wanted to know, hey, can you do a top 10 Six Flags park? Assholes.
Coaster holes, thank you.
So, yeah, we're going to do it. Okay, I know what you're thinking.
This show sucks.
Well,
But you're also thinking, go ahead.
after that initial visceral
Reaction.
gut reaction, you're thinking, hey, there's more than 10 Six Flags parks.
What? No, you're thinking, there's 6, right? It's 6, the Six Flags.
Right.
So, in honor of that, we're going to do the top 6 Six Flags. Oh, no. Sorry.
We're doing the top 10 Six Flags parks.
So, here's what falls outside the top 10.
Great Escape, Luron, Six Flags, Mexico.
2 are not Six Flags branded, so fuck them. Then, out of the other one, there's one of the Six Flags branded parks that's international. And so we're omitting that, too. We're just doing U.S. So, therefore, you get 10.
And Great Escape is number 11.
Great Escape would be low on it anyway, yeah. And Luron would be, too.
Yeah.
And Mexico, I don't know.
Yeah, haven't been there, so can't tell you.
Yeah, we haven't. So, without any further to-do, let's get into it.
Okay.
Your top 10 Six Flags parks as of up until the 2015 season. Let's just take a quick aside. Let's just explain. This is Six Flags. So, I think more than even Cedar Fair, as far as ranking them goes, I mean, what does Six Flags do? They really only do roller coasters. So, it really is just going to come down to ranking the roller coasters.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, well, food, it's just the same options in every park anyway. There's not really any variation. Even the barbecue has become standardized now at JB's, and we've talked about that on the show before. I mean, I guess theme could become a factor a little bit. Maybe we'll get into that a little bit in some of these. But more from stuff that they inherited from pre-Six Flags days of some of these parks. It's really just the roller coasters. And even flat rides. Six Flags has really been out of the flat ride business for a long time. They kind of...
Yeah.
Now with these Larson Super Loops, and they're throwing a couple other things in coming up, 2016. They're sort of getting back into flat rides a little bit. But
Yeah,
they really
actually are.
neglected for a long time, even the flats. So it's really just been roller coasters. You know, they dabbled in simulators, but then they kind of let those go to hell.
They're doing the dark ride thing now, but we'll get to that.
Okay, yeah, that's something now recent. But we're pretty much going to rank these on the roller coasters because that's really what Six Flags, I guess, wants us to do.
For the most part, yeah.
That's their bread and butter. That's what they live and die on. Roller coasters. So that's what this is going to be about.
Here we go. Number 10. Six Flags America.
Wow. No surprise there for me.
No, none.
That would be the bottom of the barrel. I like to refer to that as the third world amusement park.
Oh,
That's in the United States of America.
It's very unfortunate, but it does have that feel sometimes.
There was one year in particular. I don't remember what year that was exactly. Was that maybe it was around 2010 or so when we were there, and it really had that feel. That's when I coined that phrase for that park. It was really extra run down that year. Actually, it has improved slightly, maybe more than slightly. It's actually not as bad. But there was that one season in particular. It was really rough.
Yeah.
Everything. It's like every water fountain I think was broken, and like half like the bathroom doors were like half hanging off. Like, it was like really bad. It was like
It really was.
No,
We're not exaggerating.
No,
here.
we're not. I mean, it was really bad. It just wasn't doing well. It did not. It looked like a park that was going to close the next day.
Why is Six Flags America number 10?
They don't really put much money into it at all. It's kind of run down most of the time, and it doesn't get the rides.
What was the last custom layout coaster they got?
That's a good question. The Flyer, even Superman were technically cloned somewhere.
Yeah.
Like they're not just in that park. Although I think they were both put simultaneous. Like the X-Flight in at the time Six Flags Worlds of Adventure, and the one in America were put in the same year. And then the two Supermans I think were the same year too, right? Darien Lake and America.
And they're mirror image.
And they're mirror image, so they're not exactly the same. You know,
but truly custom layout was Roar 1998, 18 years ago.
And lately, all they get is Great America's Garbage.
Yeah,
That's
the
all they get.
worst B&M ever with that stand-up coaster.
The first and
Apocalypse.
worst, yeah.
And Raging Cajun, the mouse,
a really bad spinning mouse.
Yeah. They just don't have the rides. Is really what it comes down to.
Yeah, probably the two worst coasters in Great America, and they unloaded them
it could be.
into America, they're not so Great America.
So what's the best thing they have there? It's or what's their 1-2 punch? I do like using that though.
Superman
and Joker's Jinx,
I guess.
I mean, again, it's like I guess
You wouldn't say you appreciate the Vekoma Flyers more than I do. You wouldn't say that.
I mean, none of those are my favorite coaster in that park, though. I think Wild One is actually my favorite thing there.
Wow. Okay.
Because that one I've had consistently good rides on.
It's consistently fun.
Yeah,
I'll give it that. I love the unbanked helix.
well, that's just funny. Yeah.
It's really kind of wild. It's really it always gets me laughing. Yes. Roar was kick-ass in the day.
It was, yes.
Many years ago.
I loved that ride when it opened, yeah.
I used to love it. And then, it's like it literally lost a lot. And that was even, I remember Roar, there was some cars that were closed because their lap bars were missing.
Yes.
On the train. Yet they were still running it. They were still running the train overall, but there was some seats you couldn't sit in.
And I think the other train, they had taken parts off of that to keep the current train operational.
Right, it was only running one train. And it wasn't whole. There was some lap bars missing.
Yeah.
And not just broken, but missing. Outside of seeing, picture essays from some of the crazy parks in China or whatnot, or Egypt or something, where you see some of that shit in pictures, I've never seen that in person. And I never thought I'd see it in this country. And so it's just really crazy. And therefore, it's the third world park.
Right. And then Superman, I loved it when it opened, but then I rode the New England one shortly after that and forgot about the America one.
I actually think I rode the New England one first, so I was already ruined. And even so, it's that was eclipsed by the New England one, yes, but I mean it's also a theme in that park because again, they say they have no money or they don't put money into it. Everything is poorly maintained, so all the rides have gone downhill, even from what they can be at their optimal running circumstances. They're all somewhere off from that. The Flyer got really rickety. The Joker's Jinx runs like shit now.
It does. Yeah.
It totally does.
And so does Superman.
And Superman runs pretty shitty too.
It's very rickety.
So it's just like the lack of maintenance. All the rides have just gone to shit. and it's just not pleasant riding experiences. Especially for us, we've ridden so much stuff. It's just these. Why ride some of these same rides now that they're all rickety and kind of crappy?
All right.
So yeah, that park just doesn't have it.
No,
it really doesn't. It just falls short, and that's why it's the worst, I think, of the Six Flags, or at least it's 10th.
Yeah,
in what we're ranking.
And there's nothing of note outside the coasters either.
All right, number 9.
Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Again, probably not a shocker for most of you out there.
Yeah, it's like the only one that maybe it would not have beaten was America. Maybe someone could debate that if you have different tastes in the kind of rides you like. If you like rides that are dilapidated and with all the paint faded and stuff, maybe. But here on Thanks for Riding, we're in agreement that Discovery Kingdom is a step up from America. The park overall was in better shape. It's an interesting place from what they inherited from the old marine world. And the fact that there's like animals, there's like an animal part, and there's both sea life and land animals. A bit of a zoo aspect to it. And not a bad one.
Oh, that park's such a zoo.
Well, it is. That's that's a different story. But not a bad one. And the fact that you can get really close to the animals.
Actually, yes, you can.
Closer than you can in most zoos. Most dedicated zoos.
Giant city zoos, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of neat. Right on the other side of a chain link fence from like a lion. Not like 50 feet away and it's like sleeping under a rock. It's like it was kind of right there. I don't know how safe that was, but we didn't get hurt and it was fun to see. Greatest elephant piss and poop show ever. Ever. Hands down, that was incredible.
Yes, that was pretty cool.
Literal pile of shit. Like, you heard it hit it's like, almost felt the vibration of it hitting the ground. It's so huge. And then just fire hose.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, it's just kind of like a person, just like us. It's like, where it's like you get the crap out and then you can pee. And like it clears the passageways, I guess, and then you can, and then like, so as soon as it was done crapping, and then the fire hose let go and just.
Oh yeah.
And it was just wow, what a show! So that was great. Thank you, Discovery Kingdom. That alone should make it higher on this list. Now that I think about it, the fact that park gave me that.
So that's different. It's for everyone that's going to rank a little differently the animal stuff.
Yeah, that's why this one actually might be the most controversial.
Yeah.
If any in this list. Just because, some people might think, oh, well, maybe that zoo thing, though, that's so much, that should be higher.
That, or somebody could say, oh, animals in captivity.
Oh, it should be disqualified.
It should be disqualified, yeah. Take it off the list. So depending on how you feel about that aspect of it, I'm sure it'll wind up in a different place on your list.
Well, they had orcas, right, too? There's a sea life part.
I don't remember if they have,
or is it just
those
dolphins
specifically.
There was a sea life stadium.
They did have dolphins. I remember that.
There's a sea life stadium on the show, so it even falls under that whole SeaWorld thing.
It does.
Controversy a little bit, because they have those there.
Golden Ticket ranks that under their marine life park section.
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway, okay. So the rides. What about the rides?
But yeah, we're ranking mostly on the rides anyway, because the animals aren't enough to save it for us. What about those rides?
Well, biggest thing they have is Medusa, the B&M floorless custom layout.
Medusa West, and it's fun.
It's all right. It's not really great.
It's different. It's different. The biggest claim to fame is like the Cobra Roll deconstructed. It's
which doesn't work as well. But
no, not at all. They kind of
appreciate the effort.
Did something weird with it. They kind of totally stretched it out and like changed the directions a little bit, and it's like it doesn't work as well.
They were playing with Roller Coaster Tycoon too much or something. I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, B and or M were having a funny day that day, and I don't know. Maybe they drank too much. Designed that, but it's still a fun ride.
Sure,
it is, and so we got that. The other Roar to Roar West, no longer.
Well,
no longer going to be there, but. I don't know. I never liked it, though. It wasn't as good.
It's awful.
As the other one, so I don't know.
I mean, I could totally understand why they're Rocky Mountaining it. I totally understand that.
That's a verb now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand. Yes, I agree with you.
And this should be a big step up for that ride because that was...
maybe a small step up.
Well, remains to be seen. But
I'm sorry to say.
Well, Roar was that Roar was one of GCI's worst.
I think it was the
ever.
worst, right? We weren't
was the
surprised.
worst.
We said it on the
It
show.
could be.
We weren't surprised.
Very well
that
could be.
This would be the one that they would do. Well, you said it already. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we went through it. The ride sucks. Joker will hopefully be a step up. I mean, we're ranking this as of 2015,
Yeah, we have to
so
rank it on
we're
that.
counting the Roar.
So that's actually not good.
That's not good. But they do have an Intimate Impulse coaster with a weird quirk in it, where the one of the spikes is at
It's the twisted spike.
45-ish
The
degree
forward
angle.
twisted spike. Yeah.
So that's different. It's unique and it's fun.
I did enjoy that, yeah.
It's a really fun ride. It spices things up for that type of ride
makes
there are a number of those in the country, and this one's just a little bit different.
Yeah, it makes it just different enough that we did it twice. It was like you want to do it again.
Yeah.
It was fun. What else? I mean, SLC, we're not really bothering with those.
Yeah, they do have one of those Skyrocket 2s / Tempestos.
Oh, now.
We did not ride it. It was not there when we went. So it's hard to say, but I'm sure that's, fun enough.
Yeah, I guess the question would be: does it take over the spot from like the vertical velocity?
That's
the
probably
impulse?
That's
what it's called there, right?
Yes.
V2.
Yes.
And so it's like that. It's like is it more fun than that or not? Tell us what you think. We haven't done it yet.
Right. And they got a boomerang.
It's fine.
And that's really it. A couple kiddie rides.
Okay, not that impressive a lineup. Actually.
No, not really. Actually, when we went, they had a Tony Hawk Gerschlauer mouse coaster.
Spinning, yeah.
Yeah.
That's gone?
That's gone. Yeah, the Superman replaced it, I think.
So really, why'd we like this better than America? The animals, right? That actually is what gave it the edge.
It's less depressing. It's a nicer environment. Like you said, they keep it up better. So
yeah, I guess we had to ask ourselves, like, where would you rather be?
Right.
And it's like I'd rather be in Discovery Kingdom.
That's tough too, because we've both been to Six Flags America, I don't know, a lot of times now. And
we live a lot closer to it.
And we've only been to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom once. That's also playing into this. I'm sure that we shouldn't let it, but
well,
when you ask yourself where would you rather be, and it's like, well, I would rather be in a park that I only went to once a bunch of years ago. I'd rather check that out again. I understand what you're saying. It's a valid way of looking at it, of thinking about it. But between these two parks, whatever. This is how we ranked them. This is how we feel.
You got to break the tie somehow. Yeah, they're kind of close. I mean, it's like maybe you could argue that America has an overall better roller coaster lineup, but it's like marginal, and it's like, but they haven't kept them up.
And at least Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, at least they get new stuff. They get new stuff more often than Six Flags America does.
They
don't just get leftover garbage. They actually get new rides.
Yeah, they're getting a Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, and they're actually getting a custom layout next year, which I think should definitely give them the edge on this.
Yeah, so it's like if they weren't clearly better as of 2015, they will be in 2016.
I think probably.
All right, there we go. Discovery Kingdom. What's number 8?
Six Flags New England.
Pretty low.
Now,
for New
I
England.
was going to say it's pretty low on the list. Why so low?
Yeah, why? Because we're sick of this place. Because it makes us sick.
Their ride lineup is it's fairly solid. It's not the best,
It lacks.
but it does, yeah.
I don't know. A day at that park just doesn't feel complete.
That's the problem. Every time we go there, it's fine, it's nice, but there's always this nagging thing, like, where's the really big, I don't know, ass-kicking ride? Because, at least for me, Superman is not that anymore.
Yeah, well, it took a hit during the Bizarro conversion. It's funny, without even hesitating, you said Superman. It is going to return to that name.
Oh, right. Well, I don't know.
But I know that's
I really never stopped calling it that.
That's not why you did that. I know, neither one of us did. But it took a hit during that Bizarro conversion. They changed the restraints, and the things they added were just stupid, and actually detracted from the ride.
Boy, were they ever.
So that's unfortunate. I don't know. Maybe you'll get a little better. But yeah, it's definitely lost something. It hasn't aged the best. I definitely liked it a lot more 10 years ago than I do today. And that's just the way it is. And that's their bread and butter, that ride.
Yeah.
If you want to talk 1-2, I guess Wicked Cyclone now is supposed to be it. The other part of that.
You did not give it a glowing review.
You've heard it on the show. Yeah, it's not great. It's good. And even that's only like occasionally. And then like more times than not that I rode it a bunch of times already, and the majority of the rides I took were just okay. It's fine, you know.
And you know
fine.
that's like par for that park, because if you look at their B&M floorless coaster, Dark Knight,
that's always
Batman Dark Knight, that's another not great floorless. They just tend to get the not great versions, with the exception of Superman when that opened.
Yeah, that is like balls out. That is world class.
But everything else that they've gotten for some reason has just been not up to snuff.
It's okay at best. Yeah, and then it leaves you just wanting more. It's like it's an appetizer of a park.
Yeah,
you go there, it whets your appetite, and then you're just like, you leave, and you're just like, all right, what's the next park we're gonna go to? Because that wasn't enough. And I think that's a great way to put it, or the best way that I can put it.
You know, it's like the spinning mouse is fun, and the other regular mouse is fun.
Yeah, they have two mice.
But that's not giving it, any sort of an edge. They have Goliath. They have a giant Vekoma in Vertigo. They do have that, but it's almost never open because there's always some sort of an issue with it.
Yeah, and it is rough as hell.
And you said the new trains are god awful, right?
Yes, that's something else we haven't done. And I got on the new trains that they opened finally in 2015, and yes, I did not like it. Really rough. It felt like they're running on square wheels. It really did. Maybe triangular wheels. I don't know. But it was really bad. Worst ride I ever had on one of those.
Ooh.
Those Super Invertigos. A couple of flats are okay. I like Tomahawk.
Tomahawk is fun. They do have a really great SNS tower, though, Scream.
Yeah, that we've mentioned it before. I know that is my favorite.
Yeah, it's both our favorites.
It's the sweet spot as far as SNS towers go.
That's great. I mean, they tore up the Skyride, which is unfortunate.
Oh, that's right. That's recently gone. Spinning Raft Ride is okay.
Is whatever. Yeah. I mean,
just a lot of whatever. It's just yeah. The biggest hit is SLC.
Oh.
If they had a Batman in the Ride, it would definitely be a major improvement.
It would be, yes.
That really sucks.
Boomerang is not really giving them anything.
Yeah, it's just whatever. It's there.
And Thunderbolt, their other wooden coaster, a very old one from the 40s, I want to say.
Yes, 46,
41. Wow,
41.
It's okay. It's fun. It's not really great though.
Yeah, it's just okay. It's got the double dip. They really messed up. It's like it's there, but it doesn't work. Yeah. It's like too spread apart. They left a little too much flat plateau in the middle.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't work. You don't get the air.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
They do have one of the best rapids ever, though, with Blizzard River.
Ah, yeah.
A couple of their non-coaster rides, like their SNS Tower and the Rapids, are some of the best in their class. And
that is interesting.
That does help them out a lot.
I don't think a lot. Maybe a little bit for me, but not a lot.
Well, it helps them. It helps out enough.
Not within what we're doing it now, at least. It helps. Yeah, maybe if we're going there that day, it helps.
Okay, yeah.
But not for what we're doing today. Not for ranking the parks top 10. No, I don't think that helps much at all.
But it does.
Because I'm really just thinking coasters, and it's not working.
But it does help. Keep them above the bottom two.
It does.
Keeps
yeah.
those bottom two at bay.
It's definitely better than America. Definitely better than Discovery Kingdom. That's no doubt for me. I mean, honestly, I want to stop you right here because just listen to our review. We did a whole review on this park.
We did.
So go find it and listen to that. You'll see more if you haven't been to this park and you want to know more about it. Number 8 for us. All right, what's next? Sensational 7.
Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Now, I'm sure this is a park that, if you haven't been there, I think it's not regarded highly in a lot of people's minds, but they have a good lineup. The lineup is better than you think it is.
It's surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Well, I think the one thing that interested me was the Rocky Mountain when we were going. If we had gone before that was ever there,
Oh, that's a lot rougher.
it would have been
yes.
rough.
Yes.
But that was in place by the time we got around there. So just a couple years ago. So I know that made me a little bit intrigued. So
Yeah, Iron Rattler. And I think that is the best thing they have.
it was a lot of fun.
Iron Rattler's great. Yes.
And it's like I love Goliath, but I don't know. I'll say Goliath is still the best, but
Okay, Six Flags Great America Goliath. Yeah.
yeah. I'm sorry. As far as Rocky Mountains, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a close second though.
Oof. For me, I really don't know.
It's better than Giant,
It's like,
and I know it's better than Wicked Cyclone.
yeah. So Iron Rattler is great. Huge, huge step up. I'm sure. I didn't ride the original Rattler, but I don't think I need to say
That was notorious for being
yeah.
awful.
to say that this is a huge improvement. So that's great.
That's a great ride. Yeah,
So what else do they have?
I'm thinking right next to the Rattler, their Mine Train.
Yeah, Arrow Mine Train,
That was something special.
Roadrunner Express. Now this is a much later one. This is from '97.
Wow, late. This is very interesting. If you know this show and you know anything about me, I am Mr. Arrow over here. I love it. So I was I was really excited to ride this by the time I got there and remembered it was there. And wow, it was a lot of fun. I really liked it. It's very weird. It's like, I guess it's a mine train, but I mean, that's sort of how it's passed off. But it's not. It like utilizes like the looping track though, right?
Yeah,
it's like the Mega Looper track,
Yeah.
and the trains aren't exactly mine train. Not the usual. Not what Arrow was doing in its prime. They're almost like the Gemini trains, kind of. Just a real interesting. I guess it was the last one, right? Probably last go at a mine train they ever did.
Yeah, I think that was the last one.
And they still had it. It was just a lot of fun. So that's fun for me, at least. I can see a lot of people not really giving a shit about that ride, but I don't know. I really liked it.
No, it was a great one.
We did it multiple times because it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was designed by Arrow's later day guy, Alan Shilk. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm sorry. But he's the guy that designed Tennessee Tornado, and it looks like he works for Rocky Mountain now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did Outlaw Run and Goliath at Six Flags Great America.
Wow, okay.
Iron Rattler.
Very
So
cool.
he's awesome.
All right.
All right, so anyway, so what else do they have?
Poltergeist?
Right, they have some really great shelf model rides. They have, Poltergeist, which is the premier Spaghetti Bowl, I think was the name of it. Mm-hmm. Flight of Fear, Joker's Jinx, those are the same types of rides.
Yes.
More like Joker's Jinx because it's outside. But this one's maintained.
Yeah.
And no brakes. They run it all out. It was the best one of those.
Yeah.
At least I thought so. It just ran really great.
I thought so too. No, I agree. That ride is awesome there. It takes on a new meaning almost. That version of it in that park. It was so fast, like you blink, you missed it. It was just like I couldn't believe how fast and smooth it was.
And that's funny because that's how I remember Joker's Jinx back when it first opened.
It might have, but yeah, they let it go.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, yeah. So the rest of we talked about the two customs, and now the rest of the park is essentially like shelf models, but it's really kick-ass versions of each one, or well-maintained ones, and that sets it apart. Certainly from like America, that's on the bottom of the list.
And they have a Batman the Ride. No, not Batman the Ride. I'm talking about Batman the Ride, the shelf model Batman the Ride.
That happens to be called
Goliath. Another Goliath.
Jeez. I just mixing things up so much. It's so confusing.
But that's a great shelf model. Really one of the best you can get.
Yeah.
Maybe the best shelf model ever. Who knows?
One of the mirror image ones.
All right. It's a little bit different because it's mirror image.
Yeah.
They have a Boomerang, which is always solid. And that's fine.
Yeah, that's right. Boomerang.
And they also have a Pandemonium, a Gerschlauer spinning mouse, which is always a lot of fun.
Yeah, that one in particular was. I remember we had a really great ride on it. A lot of spinning.
They also have the SNS Fourth Dimension coaster, Batman the Ride.
Just
we
to
didn't
confuse
ride
things
it.
more.
Yeah, we didn't ride it, so can't really consider it. But
Well, it wasn't there when we
the
were there.
lineup is strong enough that it kind of doesn't really matter. It's not gonna, even if it totally blows, this park's not gonna drop down a slot. And even if it's really great, it's hard to see it jumping up a spot either. But they also have one other major coaster,
Yes, one more custom layout.
Superman Krypton coaster. They're B&M floorless,
Yeah.
which is a hell of a lot of fun.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Actually, I might say great one. It's on the edge somewhere between good
Yeah.
and great, but
We did it 2 or 3 times,
I
right?
really liked it though. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's very good.
So that's a good one. So, I mean, look at this lineup. It's like, I don't know, it's a little more than solid. It is a very good lineup.
Yeah, they got a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
It's crazy what they do. It's a show park, really, but for some reason they have all these rides too,
Yeah.
and they still have a lot of shows.
Oh, they do?
They didn't seem very good in what we saw, but I don't know. We didn't really give anyone a complete shot. But yeah, but Iron Rattler, the Roadrunner Express, and then the Krypton coaster, and then you throw in Poltergeist. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a kick-ass day. That's a solid day. That's a day that you're satisfied.
Sure. I mean, plus they have a Scooby-Doo Shooting Gallery Dark Ride.
Yeah, tucked away in that boardwalk area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus they have an SNS Tower that I believe is the same variety as the New England one.
About the same height.
I think so.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, the drive-in theme. That's really fun.
yeah, I don't know if they were running it in double shot mode, but anyway, great height. And they have a full-size train
Yeah,
that
the train is
goes
impressive.
all around the park.
Yeah, it goes through the rock quarry wall at one point.
Yeah.
This tunnel.
They have an odd flume. I forget who makes it. Is that Hopkins?
I believe yes, Hopkins Flume or Hopkins Super Flume. I think is what they call it.
Super, huh?
Yeah,
Super
it's,
duper.
super duper. Thanks for asking. It's a lot of fun.
It's different. I'll say that.
It's
It's no arrow log flume,
yeah,
but
no,
it's different.
It's no arrow, but do you like it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely no arrow, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was well themed.
Yes, it was.
Like just the entrance, the whole. It was a huge castle. It was pretty impressive.
Well, that whole land had great themes.
Oh, Spatzberg.
I can't believe you remember that.
Yes, Spatzberg.
They even have a fest house.
They even have a fest house. Kind of half-assed, but
Well, it's
They
small,
have it.
but they have it.
half size, half-assed.
Yeah.
But no, even the trough of the flume was themed.
Yeah.
Like it was made to look like wood. That was like almost like Universal quality.
It kind of was.
Like
well,
Ripsaw Falls, where they actually themed around the bottom of the trough, so
Yeah.
it wasn't just the exposed fiberglass bottom. It was like something more.
yeah, theming in this park actually earns it a couple of bonus points because the theming was actually very well done.
Yeah, well, this is going to be the first one on our list now that where again, it's not what Six Flags did; it's what they inherited.
Right.
But regardless, it's there, and they keep it up pretty well.
Right. So that medieval fairy tale land was very nicely done that we just talked about.
Which is the Spatzberg, yeah.
Their western town where Iron Rattler is also very nice.
Yeah, really.
They
done
even
well.
have, I think, like telephone or telegraph wires running.
Yeah, I did have that.
That was
That's
pretty
right.
neat.
Very impressive.
Even their entry plaza is very nice, and maybe the best 50s themed land I've ever seen.
Rockville, the original.
The original Rockville.
Original Rockville. That's where Rockville started.
And it really is a small town. It is humongous.
It's immersive.
Yeah.
Like if you're really on a street with like stores on either side
And street lights and everything.
and
yeah.
traffic lights and street lights, it's all done up.
And they built a full size. Well, I mean, it's an auditorium, it's a theater, but they
I know
made
what you're
it
gonna
look
say.
like a high school.
That's like they built a full size high school.
Yeah, and it's incredible.
They almost kind of did though.
But they did. It's like the same size as one.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So they did an incredible job with that. I mean, not Six Flags, but
It's Gaylord.
Gaylord did an incredible job with that.
Yeah.
And it still looked nice, though, when we went, a bunch of years after Six Flags bought the place.
Yeah, so they keep it up. Probably the worst section was the boardwalk.
Yeah, that was getting a little rough.
It was kind of just, I don't know if it ever looked that nice. It was kind of weak anyway. They just like built it because it's a part where the quarry kind of drops down, I guess. So they couldn't just do pavement on the ground. So they just built a wooden boardwalk, but it's just over just sandy dirt
Right.
and rocks. So it's like, doesn't look that nice, and it's just kind of out there, and there's not much going on. So that kind of was lame.
So anyway, so that's why Fiesta Texas ranks at number 7 for us. It is a very good lineup. It really is.
All right, now here we go. Then this is it. The number 6 Six Flags Park. Six for
Right.
6.
We're in the top 6 now. Number 6 is Six Flags Over Georgia.
Well,
Okay, so now this is
I
the
do declare. Now you're getting into my park, my neck of the woods.
this is the first original Six Flags Park on our list.
Original 3. The one's
Right.
actually opened by Six Flags. Okay, and it comes in at number 6. It's fitting.
It's
Flags, number 6.
the best of the worst.
Why is that?
They got a little ride.
They got a few little rides. What's the big bopper?
Hello, baby.
Goliath is the big shit in that park.
Goliath. That's the big shit. They have nothing better than that.
They got the Scorcher.
They got nothing better than Goliath.
They got Ninja.
They got nothing better than Goliath, huh?
No, they really don't.
What's the 1-2 punch? What's number 2?
That's tough.
I'm about ready to blow this list up. I know we talked about this ahead of time, but
Yeah.
geez. How is this better than Fiesta Texas?
Okay, they got a Batman the Ride.
All right, Texas did too.
They got the Schlonga Mine Train.
All right. But the other mine train's
History, but not...
kind of better.
Yeah, but
Roadrunner is kind of better.
yeah, it is.
This was the second, I believe, the second mine train. ever.
Yeah, but the Fiesta Texas one, I did like better too.
Yeah, and it's like not even as good as the first one.
Daredevil Dive we did not do, but I mean that's not going to push it in any direction. We don't really need to have ridden that. They're a Eurofighter.
Oh yeah, I wasn't there yet. Okay.
They got a couple of Woodies. Georgia Cyclone and Great American Scream Machine.
Oh wow! Oh no, Great American Scream Machine was one of the worst ever.
Right, Great American Scream Machine in the running on the short list, on my short list of worst coasters ever made.
Oh wow!
Could be number 1. It's really, really up there. That's top 3 for me.
I did not like it. It's very bad.
And Georgia Cyclone was just totally forgettable. Nothing going on there.
Yeah.
Ninja, their Vekoma. It's like a sit down SLC.
Yeah, they kind of did the SLC layout, sit down.
It's like
it's not good.
It's like, I don't know, worse than an SLC.
I don't know if I thought it was worse, but
It is really awful.
It was not
It hurt.
much better. It was rough.
It was very painful.
Very rough ride.
Total shit. Superman Ultimate Flight, B&M Flyer.
Oh,
This was the first in this country.
Yeah, you interact with the elements. It's a better installation of it. Yeah, it was kind of like my favorite of all of them. Best of those.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's not going to put it over the top.
No.
They do have one other trick up their sleeve. They have Mindbender.
I almost forgot about this one.
Their Schwarzkopf custom layout coaster.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a great ride, actually. I like
Yeah.
that one a lot.
Finally, something I can sink my teeth into.
So their 1-2 punch would be Goliath and Mindbender.
Wow. Okay.
And Goliath is good. I did enjoy that a good deal.
Yeah, it's fun. I really liked how you go out over the highway after a while. You just completely leave the park and you're just like riding the median on the highway, and that's fun.
Yeah.
Sure, it's different.
I remember having a lot of fun on that ride.
Yeah, I remember it being better than I thought it was going to be.
So, how come this is better than Fiesta Texas?
I don't know. I think we have to change this right now.
Okay.
I think we're going to do this. I think, right?
On the fly?
I mean,
Well, what else does Georgia have?
all right,
Do they have anything
They
else?
also have a full-size train.
Okay.
Like all the original Six Flags parks did.
They have that Agrophobia weird drop tower ride that we didn't do because it was closed?
Yeah.
Where you're hanging on your balls?
The ball dropper.
Yeah.
You have a ball dropper.
They do have Monster Mansion.
They have a dark ride.
A really good one. I really enjoy that one.
A unique dark ride, not just a Scooby-Doo shooter. That was a lot of fun. Yes.
Oh, we didn't really go over it, but Georgia Scorcher is
It's not
it's
good.
very forgettable. We forgot to
Oh,
even
yeah.
talk about it here. That ride's got nothing going on.
No, yeah, small scale B&M stand up, and yeah, nothing.
I'm sorry. So anyway, back to the non-coaster rides. Flume we did not do, but it didn't look great from
No,
what we could see.
A real big error in the fact that the flume is like on the parking lot,
Yeah.
which is extremely rare. Flumes are almost always like in the woods, like within the park,
Yeah.
and they put it right in the front of this park, which is an odd choice. Even more odd because they had already done a park before this in Over Texas that didn't have it like that, and then I don't know.
Maybe they wanted to advertise it
They
on the
screwed
road.
up. They really screwed that one up.
You know, like,
Yeah.
hey, look, we got a Flume.
Yeah, like automatic advertising. They shouldn't have. Big mistake. I'm sorry. I think this park is just okay. I don't know. I kind of like Fiesta Texas better though.
Yeah.
I'd rather be in
thinking the
Fiesta
same thing.
Texas, right? I'd rather be in Fiesta Texas than over Georgia.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
We're making a switch on the fly here.
So, okay, replacing
Yeah.
the number 7 Six Flags Park, now Six Flags Over Georgia. And number 6 Six Flags Park, or the number 6 Six Flags Park, Six Flags Fiesta Texas. All right, moving up in the world. Just right now.
All right. Let's move on to the top 5.
Top 5.
Number 5, Six Flags St. Louis.
Now, wait a minute. Why is that better than Six Flags America? Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Why is that better than Fiesta Texas?
That's not going to happen again. Yeah, watch. Fiesta Texas ends up number 1 before we're through with this. Well, this is one, really, we should do this quickly. We did an episode on this just very recently.
Yes, we did.
We kind of went through this whole park. Not necessarily a full review, but pretty close.
Right.
We more or less did without rating it. So, you know what we think about it.
Didn't whip out our arbitrary Six Flags scale for that one.
No, I don't know why we should have, but we didn't. But at any rate, St. Louis, I mean, Justice League comes to my mind first.
Yep.
They got the Justice League, and it is awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome ride. Really great ride. Another really great ride they have is Freeze. Reverse
Mr.
Blast.
Freeze.
They have the Good Ninja, the more Arrow Ninja,
That is fun.
and they also have American Thunder. A really cool.
Oh, little fun, little kick-ass, little GCI.
So they have a really fun lineup.
A lot of fun. A lot of wood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, other wood not so good.
No, it's like Screaming Eagle. I don't know. I think both of us like really want to like that ride a lot
Yeah.
more than we do.
Yeah, again, we covered it, but yeah, it's like a hair away from being great.
Yeah.
I don't know what it needs. It needs a little something, and you might have a lot of air on that thing. But...
Yeah. And then the River King.
Oh,
That's great.
yeah.
Big Thunder Mountain. Look at. And then Boss, just ignore. That's crap.
Yeah, mirror image, Batman, the ride.
Yeah, a solid shelf model. Oh, best boomerang ever. And they got a Pandemonium, Gerschlauer Spinning Mouse. Those are their coasters. So they have a very nice lineup, actually.
They do. They still have some fun theming left over
Still got a little bit.
from the original Six Flags days. Full-size train,
It's a nice size park that you can get around in pretty easily.
Excalibur.
Oh, all right. They still have it.
Yeah, again, you can listen to our latest experience on it on that episode from whatever that came out in the fall,
Yeah.
or no, summer sometime. It came out in the summer of 2015.
It's seen better days, but it's a very unique ride.
Yeah, but I still like that they have it.
Yes, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad it's still there.
Yeah, and it's going to survive another season. Apparently,
Yeah.
they're actually getting rid of that Rush Street Flyer instead, that Falling Star.
So there you have it. A very solid, very nice collection of coasters and a excellent dark ride with Justice League.
It's just a solid day.
It's a really fun day. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's a solid day. A solid 2 days. We did it over 2 days last time, and even that worked enough. Like it was kind of fun.
So there you have it, number 5.
So yeah, better than over Georgia, I think.
Yeah.
But
Is it better than Fiesta Texas?
it's close. But this one, I think we can leave.
All right.
Right? I mean, it's solid.
It's like Justice League is so huge for that park.
Yeah, that put it over the top.
I think it probably did, yeah. If you're looking at just the coasters, oof. Maybe
not.
Fiesta Texas is actually better.
Because of Krypton
And Rattler is just amazing.
better 1-2 punch. What's the 1-2 punch? Freeze and American Thunder.
Yeah, that can't compete with Krypton and
But it's like
Rattler.
it's like Freeze and Justice League.
And
what
that's
it
a
really
different ball
is.
game.
Yeah. If
So-
Fiesta got Justice League though, I don't.
That's going to bump it up.
That's coming to a top 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
I
Fiesta
think,
Texas is like, I don't know, like 2 rides away from being the best Six Flags park.
wait a minute. I just think this might be a little skewed. I think we're just for whatever reason, we're in a mood today where we'd like to be in that park. And it's a little weird, but that's just where we're at, I think. Between the two of us, I really think we are. I think it's like if we were going there tomorrow, I think we'd both be elated.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, for whatever reason, I really want to be in that park, like very soon. And that's just all there is to it. All right, we cracked the top 5. We'll keep St. Louis there. What's number 4?
Six Flags over Texas. The original.
Yeah, it's Texas.
So the very first Six Flags
It's the first, but not the best.
it doesn't make top 3, but it makes top 5.
Doesn't even make top 3. Top 5 is number 4. Why is this place so good?
Start with the biggest, or you want to warm up to that?
Well, let's go big.
Go big?
What's their?
Go big or go home, Pappy?
That's
All right.
their thing. Yeah, Pappy.
Well, I know a lot of people are going to say Texas Giant, but neither one of us found it to be all that great.
No.
But what we did find great was Titan.
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 Why did that take so long?
I have no idea.
That should have been happening that night. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all love Titan.
That's a big,
Big Titan.
that's a big Titan, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the much better Goliath. Goliath Six Flags Magic Mountain.
The much better Gio Vanola.
Yeah,
machine.
Hyper Schlonger, yeah.
Yeah.
Really awesome ride.
Yeah.
That ride is
Kick ass.
forceful.
It's kick ass.
It's got a lot of G's. It pulls a lot of fucking G's.
Yeah. Well, they both do. I mean,
Yeah, but this
ground
one, like,
Goliath, but this one just seemed like it came together better.
oh yeah, for whatever reason, it's the same layout, right? Is it even? It's not even mirror image.
I'm not sure. I think it's exactly the same.
I think it is.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just better. Okay, so you got that. You also got Shockwave, custom George Cobb layout.
Yeah.
Another one.
So that
Another great one too.
I don't know. I have to re-up on the Georgia. Is that better than Georgia? Is that the best one?
And that's like I'm not sure. I want to say
I think it's neck and neck almost.
I want to say Shockwave had a little bit of air where Mindbender maybe did not. But it's like each layout. It's like I can't picture my head. They were I don't know. So windy.
It's great when you're on it, but yeah, I think it's one of those where whichever one you're at is the better one.
Yeah, it is like that. But they also got a Freeze Reverse Blast.
Ah, awesome.
So those are their 3 dogs for us. They're top dogs.
Yeah, and they're awesome. They do have
And they're all
Batman.
different too. You got your launched with Freeze, you got your Hypercoaster with Titan, and you got your sit-down looper with Shockwave. Each
All right.
offering
I'm sold.
something different. And they're all great.
Then you got Batman the Ride.
Another solid addition.
You got
The first ever Arrow Mine Train.
yeah, wilder than 18 acres of snakes.
Yeah, Runaway Mine Train. It's okay. It's not the best one. It's not the worst, but it's not,
No, but
not the best.
it's not the worst, which is interesting, and it's got some great theming at the end.
Yes.
It's got a spectacular finale.
They also have a wood Judge Roy Scream.
Oh,
Judge Roy Ice
totally
Cream.
wacky situation outside the park.
Yeah. You know,
What, the best roster Cobb?
yeah, Best Wrestler Cobb.
Yeah. What else? Spinning Mouse,
Yeah, Spinning Mouse.
Pandemonium, Gerstlauer thing.
Yeah, Lava Bora, a bobsled coaster, a
Bobsled.
pretty shitty one though. It's not the worst one, but it's not the best one either.
I don't know. Those were all kind of bad, it turns out, I think.
Yeah.
They may have been good. I think they all kind of aged really poorly.
It was just Disaster Transport was like
Yeah.
the one good one. And of course that's the one that had to go.
Damn.
And they got a SDC, although is it SDC?
You're talking about the indoor roller coaster, right? Runaway Mountain?
Premier Rides, not SDC.
It's Premier's take on the Windstorm model.
It's okay.
It's fun.
It's fun.
I liked it. Mirror image to the usual
Oh, that's what
Windstorm
screws you
model.
up, yeah.
as well. And in the dark. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, and there you go. I mean, those are the coasters, really.
And then New Texas Giant.
And a New Texas Giant is,
You know.
is okay. It's, it's fine. What else? Oh, it's SNS Tower, giant tower that they run in double shot mode, which is nice.
Oh, Superman. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, really awesome dark ride. The Bugs Bunny. Oh, sorry, Yosemite Sam dark ride.
It's his ride, really. That's weird.
Yeah.
Starring,
Very, very good.
Starring all the major Looney Tunes characters, though.
Yeah.
What is it? It's Gold River Adventure?
Something like
that, yeah. That's a lot of fun.
And they also have a Justice League now,
And now they have Justice League.
which makes that park really even better.
It wasn't there when we were there, but we know what Justice League is, and wow, that's what an addition that would be
Yeah.
to an already great lineup. They have the Oil Derrick.
They do have the
It
old
wasn't
Derek.
open when we were there, but it is still there. I guess
Yeah.
it opens sometimes.
And
And
if-
go up
yeah.
in it.
So really, they have the rides, but not only that, they have some very nice theming there.
That's the thing about this park too. It just has a great mystique about it.
Yes, it
Aura
does.
almost.
Yeah.
From as soon as you walk in. Again, at least for us, and I'm sure for most of you listening, because it's historic. It is the first Six Flags park ever. It is, in many ways, it's the first modern regional park ever. And so it's history. And that's really cool. And they play it up. They keep it up. And it's great. And it just adds to the experience of going to that park. So in between the rides, you actually have some other stuff to do, at least for, us. And if any of you are like us who actually cares about the history, there's plenty of stuff to see
Oh, there's tons.
as you go around the park throughout the day. And that's really awesome. So, it makes me want to rank that park, as high as it is.
Yeah.
And it's bigger in Texas! Yeah!
Well, everything's bigger in Texas except the next 3 parks.
Yeah. It's still only number 4, but it's a solid number 4.
And if you're playing along at home, you can figure out what the top 3 is. So make your bets now. Okay, so now we're in the top 3 here. Let's jump to number 2. Number 2 is Six Flags Great Adventure.
Oh, wow.
I bet you're thinking, oh, you're just putting it at number 2 because that's your home park. You're a bunch of biased assholes.
Well, if we wanted to go gut reaction, we probably would have put it like number 8 or something.
Actually, I think you're right about that. Because I think when we, at least I know I was when we first started putting this list together, I thought Great Adventure was going to rank a good deal lower than number 2.
Yeah, because without breaking it down, just our initial thoughts are just, we're so sick of that park. So it's just, I don't want to be there. I'd rather be at almost any one of these parks before that one.
I mean, they don't really have any theming. It's a bad layout. It's pretty dirty, especially the parking lot.
Worst parking lot ever.
So why is this number 2?
It's all about the coasters.
And they have some of the best ever made, is what it comes down to. Not just one, but several.
Yeah, I almost hate to admit it, but they do. and then I can't figure out why I don't enjoy going to this place.
I know.
It's
always,
such-
every time you say, "All right, you want to go to Great Adventure," and it's always like, is my initial reaction every
Yeah.
single time.
It is. I don't.
I know, even to talk about it.
Even just to talk about it is rough.
Okay, here are the coasters that really make this park. It's El Toro and Nitro are the two that I think both of us,
1-2 punch.
would say that's a 1-2 punch. King Ka, that's a gimmick. Just put that aside for right now, or forever, really. But I mean, it's not just that. They have Green Lantern, a really awesome, huge stand-up B&M coaster.
Yeah.
They have Bizarro, a really fun, floorless looper. They have Batman the Ride, Solid Edition.
This is begrudging. I don't want to admit this stuff.
You know, they have Runaway Mine Train, which is a really fun mine train.
Oh, it is really up there.
You know, even if you want to throw in King Ka.
Kingda Ka is an experience.
Yeah.
It's only one other park you can get it in.
It's still the tallest in the world, right?
And it's still the tallest in the world, yeah.
Yeah. It's not the fastest in
And
the
it's
world,
like-
but it's like about as well be, though. I mean,
And it's like, yeah, there's a couple faster, but it's almost negligible.
But it's like, right at that point, you're going so fast that it's just all blur anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a powerful ride.
You know, that Dark Knight, that's a really fun mouse.
Once it wasn't the new ride anymore and we got over all that shit, yeah, now that it's just there and is very seldom a wait, it's kind of a nice fun thing in the middle of the day
Yeah.
to do.
Even Skull Mountain is fun.
Just come out at night,
Yeah. At night.
listen to our Christmas review.
And then, you know, Superman, Ultimate Flight, the B&M Flyer,
Yeah, it's all right.
Pretzel Loop was great, and whatever. Who cares? Shelf model.
Yeah.
So it's all about the rides in this park. I mean, and they, you know, what else besides the coasters? They don't really. Have any, I mean,
no, okay,
What?
no.
What do they got?
The Safari.
Thrill me. Oh, all right. I forgot about that. All right, that is totally unique.
And then they do have a
different.
totally unique attraction that is better than what Disney did.
You actually do see more animals
Yeah.
at Great Adventure than you do on Kilimanjaro.
Yeah. And I've heard that from people who are not park people.
All right.
That come back and say that how awesome that Safari is.
So there you go. Great Adventure is really good, actually.
It's got it. It's like, where's the beef? They got the beef.
And they got it, yeah.
That's where the beef is. It's a Great Adventure. What more can we say? They got it.
Yeah.
It's I almost hate it, but
Of course, we're both reluctant to admit it, but
they got
they
it.
really do.
I mean, yeah. Which is what makes it so amazing. They still have so many. It's like more than you can count on one hand. Like great rides or attractions, and they've removed at least two that I can think of really quick. That were like two of my favorites ever. In Great American Scream Machine,
Yeah.
and which was the Arrow Mega Looper one, and Batman and Robin the Chiller, and they've taken those out, but yet they still have a ton of awesome rides.
Yeah.
So that's just amazing in its own right. If they had kept those, or even one of those two, maybe number one. That might have been the difference.
Right.
If they still had
It's probably a game changer, yeah.
a properly and well-oiled and operating chiller, if they could have made that work, that's a game changer. And that's something that I think a lot of people probably would agree. Scream Machine, the Arrow Mega Looper, I'm sure most people wouldn't agree. But to me, if that was still there, that's a game changer in its own right too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they suck with taking out all the theaters and other shit they're doing, but they still have the rides though.
So there you go. Number 2.
There you go. And this one we have not done a full park review.
That's right.
Because I think there's a reason why. Because you don't even really want to put the time in to think about it.
Oh God, no.
Because we're just so So that's it. Probably the closer you're going to get to a full park review at Great Adventure. You just heard it, folks.
Everything's terrible except the rides.
Yeah, it is our home park. We do live close to it.
Okay, so now we're on to number 1. We will get to number 3 just a moment.
Well, we'll do number 3, but let's release.
But right.
Because there's only 2 parks left that we haven't covered. One of them is the best, and one of them is third. One of them is bronze, the bronze medal, bronze medalist. So
So if you're still in the running, get your ticket handy. You could have a winning number.
what is number one? What's the number one Six Flags park as of right now? As of the 2015 season?
Six Flags
Magic Mountain. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't imagine that anyone's really going to be very surprised about that.
So what's left? What's number 3?
Six Flags Great America.
Yeah, Great America. I know I was disappointed when
Yeah.
this came out. It's the parks that Six Flags wants you to rank the highest. Ended up being the top 3. I mean, that's what they've always done, or done for the long as I can remember, at least since like the early 90s, maybe even late 80s, where it's been like the flagship. There's like the West Coast, the Central America, and then the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always or otherwise, New York, LA, Chicago, and they've kind of played those 3 as almost a 3-way flagship. It's almost like we're powerless. It's like we want to like maybe something else better, but when you go to a Six Flags park, though, you're just gonna get kick-ass coasters, and that's really why you're going. You're not going for the food. We don't even play the games. We don't fall for that crap, and atmosphere is gonna be limited at best, because even the ones that have some of the nice theming just to look at that's still left, the aesthetics, it doesn't come together though. It's not music and like street characters, and you're not gonna get that in a Six Flags park. It's not what it's about. So it's the only reason why we still go to these parks is for the rides, and so it makes sense that the parks that have the most and the most biggest craziest rides are going to be the ones we're going to like the best, because that's all you really can rank it on, really.
Yeah, these 3 parks get to the top of the list by brute force.
Yes, it's
They just beat you to death with these giant rides and a lot of rides. And that's really the way the whole list shakes out, pretty much.
it's almost like a direct relationship with the size of the park.
It's like the size
and
yeah,
the number of rides. Yeah,
Right, yeah. And the rides get bigger and more plentiful
as you
the
go
higher
up.
you go on the list, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it is.
And,
Like it or not,
Yeah, it's like I want to fight it, but I can't.
No, if as long as we're just ranking nothing but Six Flags parks within the chain, yeah, you have no choice. This is what it is.
Yep.
Because this is what the kind of chain that it is.
All right, so you want to just go through very quickly
Oh, okay.
Six Flags Great America.
Ah, Great America.
Why it is better than Over Texas.
Well, what's their strongest? They got Goliath,
Yeah.
the Rocky Mountain Custom. They got
Raging Bull.
B&M Hyper Twister. That actually is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They got X-Flight.
Yeah, those are the
B&M Wing Coaster.
those could be your top 3 most likely. Maybe for you'd want to throw Demon in there.
You know what I'm throwing in my top 3 or
Maybe
even
swap
2.
out X-Flight for
Yeah, I gotta have Demon in there. Whizzer.
Oh, Wizard's a lot of fun. I really like that
Ton
ride.
of fun. Yeah.
It's a very good lineup. And it's a nice park. It's huge.
Yeah, this one really benefits from the prior history, the pre-Six Flags
Yes,
history.
it does.
The Marriott history. It's just but they keep it up,
They do.
so it's still beautiful to look at. Like great themed lands.
Yeah, gorgeous western area.
One of the best.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best out there.
And next year, or 2016, this upcoming season,
This year.
they're going to get a Justice League, and that's huge.
That is.
So this park is going to get even better.
Yeah.
With that addition, I mean, because it's rounding out the day more, and because Justice League is really awesome, they're getting a lot closer to Great Adventure than
Oh, really?
I think I realized. But Great Adventure is still going to take it because of
Yeah,
El
it's
Toro Nitro.
Yeah, and they still have Kintakata.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like, especially for the frequency that we go, because it's our home park, we're not doing that safari every time, but you have to factor that in too.
That's true. And I always forget about it.
And that's a huge addition.
Yeah. Because it's like Justice League or Safari. I mean, I know they're 2 totally different experiences, but
Yeah. But I mean,
Still,
Safari
like,
is like a whole. It is an experience.
But-
It's a
but right, that's
whole-
the thing,
It's
it's-
like an hour and a half thing. It's like its whole thing.
oh yeah.
And that is pretty unique and pretty cool.
But Six Flags Great America is a great park.
It's close. It's gonna get closer. You're right. I don't think it'll overtake it, but it needs.
Right. I wouldn't say it's knocking on Great Adventure's door. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah,
But it's
it needs like
getting up
another major coaster installation or something else. But it's rounding out nice. It's improved greatly. We talk about this park a lot in another episode too from the summer of 2015, so you can hear that, and we talk about even that. I think how it's rounding out, it's improving. Some of the ride swaps they've done have really worked out. So strong park.
So there you have it.
All right, so that's number 3. We did number 2, and now number 1, Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Magic Mountain just has a ton of rides, and a lot of them are really great. So it just beats you to death with these goddamn rides.
Yeah,
until you submit and say, "Okay, you're the best."
Yeah, it is. It is nothing but brute force. It really is. There's no charm to that park.
Not a lot. I wouldn't say none, but not a lot.
I don't know. I'd say none these days. There's.
Okay.
I don't know. The theme is all like mostly gone to
Not
hell.
a lot of theme, yeah.
They've just had a policy of all coasters the last like 5 to 10 years now, where they don't care, and a couple of flat rides, but not a lot for the size of the park. They've never even had a simulator or anything like that, or a dark ride. They don't have a train. They used to at one point, but they don't anymore. The sky ride's long gone.
The observation tower is like, I don't know. It's sometimes
It's open like 3 days a year.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell the deal with that is.
I had a monorail once. That's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's roller coasters or nothing.
Yeah, it's a little difficult to like this park, I'll say.
Yeah, it's very difficult because it's one note.
Yeah,
It's a monotone park. It's the same thing over and over again.
So why is it the best on our list?
Because you could argue that Six Flags as a chain is one note. It's in their slogan. Are they still using it for 2016, or are they getting a new one finally? They've used it for a couple years already, but go big.
Oh, yeah.
Go Six Flags. And that's it. It's just go big. Go big and dumb. Just go big dumb rides. That's what they are. That's all they are. And that's not necessarily the worst thing. It's like there is kind of a place for it. Because the other chains and the other parks do other things. And this is what Six Flags does. And so within that, I guess Magic Mountain does it the best. It carries forth the Six Flags way, or it kind of carries that Six Flags banner the best of all of them.
That's an interesting way of putting it. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. I think the real interesting thing is, and maybe in a future episode, if this is the best what Six Flags has, and then let's see, put that up against more of a mix, not just within the chain, but go interchain,
Mm-hmm.
and then see where it comes out. And that's where I think the lack of a well-rounded experience that park does not deliver will come into play.
Yeah,
I think
definitely will.
But within its own chain, it doesn't matter because none of them are really that well-rounded. Great America kind of is. We were just going through that, but it's like, but within Six Flags, this is still what you expect. But they just, all they really care about is roller coasters. It's really something else.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but what are those roller coasters then? Lightning round. Let's do it.
Apocalypse.
It's awesome.
Yeah, one of the best ever.
One of the best.
One of my favorites ever.
It probably is the best GCI ever. And
yes.
One of the best wooden coasters ever. It's like a top 5 wood.
Batman the Ride. Solid, fun. A lot of other parks have them.
You can't go wrong with that, though.
But right, you can't go wrong. Kiddie Coaster Full Throttle, we didn't do it. Who cares? Go Rusher, Arrow Mine Train, fun. It's okay.
I think it's actually very good.
It's actually very good?
It's good.
All right, I always have trouble remembering that one.
Yeah, it's forgettable. The Superman station really ruins it.
Oh.
Actually, because you kind of circle that cinder block building a little too much. I'm sure it was much better before that was ever built, when it was probably more in the woods. But, it's a fun layout.
Goliath, I mean, I know we just really put Tintin over at
we
Six Flags Over
did.
Texas. But for whatever reason, I think Goliath at Six Flags Magic Mountain is pretty terrible.
We've never been able to enjoy it. It could be a in comparison kind of thing, though. It's like it's in that park in Magic Mountain. There's so many roller coasters, and there's so many of them that are better than that. That maybe just in that park on a day in that park, it just comes off kind of bad. I don't know.
Good point. Green Lantern. Well, that's actually one of the worst things ever made.
Yeah, the biggest bomb in that park.
Revolution. Always fun.
Yeah.
Historic.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed that. I've always enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, that's a solid ride. I mean, it's
It's not the best though. Yeah,
Yeah.
The couple other Six Flags parks have the better Schwarzkopf loopers.
Ninja. That's fun.
Hiya!
Fun, solid ride.
Fun, solid. Yeah, arrow suspended. There's so few of those left, and it's great to have one.
Yeah. Riddler's Revenge. B&M stand-up
Oh
coaster.
man, one of the best ever.
One of the best ever.
That's an awesome ride.
Definitely the best stand-up coaster ever.
Absolutely best stand up, but it's a great ride. One of the best.
Oh yeah. Scream. A ride that park doesn't need, but it's fine.
It was the ride it never needed, but
It's not a bad ride though.
but
But for whatever reason, I remember enjoying it less than Medusa / Bizarro: A Great Adventure. I don't know why.
the fact that it's over a parking lot that's still there, it really sucks.
I guess.
You still see the parking lines. They didn't do anything to it.
Well, the thing is, at least with Great Adventure, now that is the only sit-down looper.
That is the mega looper of the park. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, with Magic Mountain,
It's not because of what?
Viper,
Viper.
which is great.
What can I say? Only one of those left. Only one of that series.
Yeah.
There was the 3 Shockwave, gone. Great American Scream Machine, gone. This one's still around, still alive, still kicking, still
Yeah.
biting that Viper.
Superman, Escape from Krypton. Don't they keep changing the name?
Oh, I don't know. It was what, Superman the Ride?
Superman the Escape. Yeah, that's how I know it.
Oh, Superman the Escape. That's right. And now what is it?
Superman Escape from Krypton.
Oh,
I guess when they turned it backwards, they changed it.
yeah,
I don't know.
it was better forward. That's all I gotta say about that. It's better forward.
Yeah,
It's
better
always a
forward.
gimmick though.
But it's like, I don't know. I never really got a lot out of it.
Yeah, it's a gimmick, but it's.
I think you've always enjoyed it more than I have.
Yeah, definitely. The thing for me is it's especially when we first started going, they didn't have a drop tower, so it sort of takes the place of that.
Oh.
Because it almost doesn't feel like a roller coaster. It's like something else. It's almost like
Yeah.
that was either the Spectacular Flat or like the dropper of the day
Okay.
going on that, just to break things up a little bit. So that's just how I feel about that. But yeah, I do like it forward better though. But yeah, it's just kind of fun.
Tatsu, B&M Flyer.
Tatsu.
Really great ride. I love this
awesome
ride.
yeah.
Probably second best flyer out there. And Manta at SeaWorld Orlando is best flyer out there.
So that overtook it.
But Tatsu is really awesome.
Tatsu was right up there though. Literally right up there on the mountain.
Yes,
It's
you are very
way
high
up there. The views are incredible. If you're afraid of heights, it will fuck with you.
Twisted Colossus we have not done, but the original Colossus was terrible.
Had nothing.
So
It was
this
a ride
has
that,
to be an improvement.
yeah, a ride that needed the Rocky Mountain treatment, and we gotta ride it. We gotta ride it and find out how it is.
And finally, X2 or X. I don't know.
Yeah, it's still X to me.
Yeah, I know. All right, that is one of the funkiest, fucked up rides ever.
Funkiest ride you've ever seen.
It's
It
it's
is.
extremely interesting. It's weird. I still don't know how I feel about it, honestly.
All these times later, you've
I
ridden
mean,
it, and all these
really,
years later.
I mean, I've only done it, whatever, like 3 or 4 times in my life, but I just still don't know what to make of it.
Oh, it's so insane.
It's like, I kind of love it, but I kind of, I don't know, I kind of feel like I shouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, love hate for me.
I guess, yeah.
Both in the ride experience, also in it being the last arrow. The fact that, that it bankrupted that company.
And that's just this is the strangest ride for that company to end on.
Like, it destroyed that company, and it's like, wow, they banked it all for this?
They squeezed this sumbitch out, and yeah, they went under.
Yeah, and so that's bittersweet for me as well.
And it's incredible that it's technically a hyper. It's 200 feet. Which is crazy.
It's huge. It's a hyper. It's a mega looper. It's everything in one.
It's so
It's so insane.
It's so clunky and just overly complicated.
Well, the rotation is not. Yeah, it's not smooth.
They really didn't figure that system out yet, but they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna do it anyway."
Yeah, and of course that's why I said, "Fuck it, we're gonna buy it anyway."
Right.
That's what they do, especially back in those days during the Coaster Wars. It was toward the end of it, but arguably the last battle, the last shot fired was X. I think
It's a hell of a shot.
Yeah.
That's a really, really wacky one.
it was. Went from Magnum was the first shot to X, more or less, and both arrows.
Yeah. But, those are the coasters. They got a million of them, and a lot of them are really, really great.
Yeah, and then X, of course, you can't get anywhere else in this country.
Right. Totally unique to that park.
Yeah.
And then if you want to throw in a 400-foot drop tower,
Yeah.
sure.
Second tallest in ever in the world.
And, they don't really have much else.
That's the only unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
If they did, it'd be even better.
Yeah.
If they put a Justice League in, or had any other dark ride, or if they had a train or a sky ride, or
Right.
a more reliable observation tower that was open more often, or
they don't-
just
yeah.
anything else. And even the water rides, it's like they have the early Intamin Rapids, which we never do because there's no time.
There's just way too many coasters
When you
to
go to that
do.
park, but it's like we know what those are like, and it's not gonna be that good. And now down to they had 2 flumes, which the park is so big it needs it. But yet now they only have 1. So they've gone out of their way in the last bunch of years to like remove anything that could be slightly construed as charm on any level, and they're like, no, this has got to go.
Yeah.
It's not what we do here. It really is.
unfortunate,
It is
yeah.
the big dumb jock who's like afraid of ever having anyone think he's not the most masculine guy ever. And so he's got to like overcompensate for it. And it's just like anything is like, oh, that's not a big crazy adrenaline coaster. Get rid of it
Yeah.
now. Make it a sports bar. It's got to be cool. It's got to be manly. It's what we do here.
Yeah.
And that's what I hate about that park. And yet it survives. It's a formula that works
Oh, yeah.
for one reason or another.
Well, it's such a sharp comparison to something like Disneyland and even Knott's down the road, where it's heavily themed. Disneyland has just a couple of coasters, and they're small family coasters. You go to Six Flags Magic Mountain and nothing but giant coasters in your face
I had like 20 crazy
with
coasters. Yeah.
no subtlety whatsoever.
And how many? What is the count now? That is their big thing too. They have made sure that they have the record of most roller coasters in one park. They've gone out of their way to put a bunch of junior and kiddie rides in just to make sure they have that.
19.
19. Holy shit.
Yeah, they have 4 kiddie coasters, like really tiny ones too.
Yeah. I don't know. It just pounded us into submission, I guess. We had no choice.
That's what happens with this chain.
Oh, man.
So it's almost like Magic Mountain cheats.
I don't know. Is it a cheat?
No, I'm not saying they really
It's
cheated.
just is what it is.
But it's almost like they cheated. It's
Decisions
almost
they've
like,
made, yeah.
oh, well, I've got so many more coasters, and we're just so big. You can't even compete with us. They're too big to fail. I don't know.
Too big to fail. It's the guy who's got a lot of money, so he gets all the girls. It's just like, yeah, it's kind of cheating, but then it's not. It just is what it is. It's like, you got it, I
that's
guess.
a better comparison. Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Look at all the coasters I got.
Yeah, so we fucking hop on his dick. Fucking assholes.
We're doing it.
Assholes like us. Yeah, we
Pop
fucking
it on their dick.
we fucking fall for it. And we do it. And we know we shouldn't, but we do it.
Yeah.
We whore ourselves out for the coaster count, But it is. It's a fun, and for us, because we are on the opposite coast anyway, we don't get there too often. And then when you do, it's just a fun, just all out, balls to the wall. We're just gonna ride some of the craziest throw machines ever made.
Oh, that's a
You
hardcore
put that day aside, and that's what that day is. And it is something else. No, there you have it. There's the Six Flags Parks.
And just a quick recap here.
Oh, let's go through the list.
Number 10, Six Flags America. Number 9, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Number 8, Six Flags New England. Number 7, Six Flags Over Georgia. Number 6, Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Number 5, Six Flags St. Louis. Number 4, Six Flags Over Texas. Number 3, Six Flags Great America. Number 2, Six Flags Great Adventure. Number 1, Six Flags Magic Mountain.
All right. What did we get wrong, folks?
What's your list? We
Let
want to
us
see
know.
it.
What do we do? How stupid are we? Let us know.
So, Magic Mountain number 1.
It's a big boy. You could say that, right? Come to Magic Mountain, have a good time. These rides are crazy, and so are the lines. Big boy. Big boy. Thanks for riding.